Hi. I did not have any vlog today because there was nothing to film. But today I have come here with something I want to rant about. यो प्रेसरले मलाई मात्र होइन सबजनालाई पेलिरहेछ कि सो त्यो प्रेसर टु हेभ एभ्रिथिङ फिगर आउट एट द एज अफ 17, 18, 19. Like, I want to start with a question here. How many of you actually know what you want to do for the rest of your life? How many of you know what you want to be? How many of you know what you're gonna pursue? You know? Some guys may be ambitious and everything, but I don't think that's the truth for all of us. Personally, myself, I don't have a goal set for myself yet. I like doing music. I want to do music. I like international relations. I want to study international relations. But all these things are not what you call ambition or anything. Yes, I am dedicated towards them. Yes, I am passionate towards them, but does not mean that I have my entire life figured out. Like, how many of you do you actually know what you want to do for the rest of your life? If you have the answer, please drop it in the comments. Not what you want to do next year, not what you want to study after high school. I mean, for the rest of your life. Most of us don't know, and honestly, that's completely fine, completely normal, unless what the society tells you. Yet somehow at 16 or 17-year-olds, we are expected to have an answer. We are expected to give that answer to our parents, our relatives, our everyone. So यो क्वेसन आन्सर गर्नुहोस् okay? We are expected to choose subjects, degrees, careers, universities, and something even like the country कहाँ जाने भनेर त्यो सब हामीले चुज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. And people ask us plans like 12 पछि के गर्ने, 10 पछि के गर्ने, डिग्री पछि के गर्ने, बाहिर गएर के गर्ने, बाहिर गएर आएपछि के गर्ने, बिजनेस खोल्यो, बिजनेस पछि के गर्ने. अरे यार चुप लाग न, किन हो, के को खुल्दुली हो भन्न मन लाग्छ क्या मलाई त to those people. And every time someone asks these questions, it feels like we're supposed to have a perfectly organized roadmap for the 40 years of our life, for the 50 years of our life. But here's what I don't understand. How can someone be expected to exactly know what they want to be while they're still figuring out who they are? 17, 18, 19 is the period of adolescence where the people have early life crisis. जब तिनीहरूले आफैलाई डिस्कभर गर्न सकेको हुन्छन्. कति मान्छे आर स्ट्रगलिङ विथ मेन्टल हेल्थ, कति मान्छे आर स्ट्रगलिङ विथ हाउ टु स्टडी, कति मान्छे आर स्ट्रगलिङ विथ हु दे आर. आफ्नै पर्सनालिटी थाहा छैन, आफ्नो लाइफ कसरी प्लान गर्न सक्ने हो. And that is my question to all of you, okay? Like, think about it, like how strange it is. At 17, most people have spent their entire lives in school. Many people have never worked a full-time job. Many people have never lived independently. Many have never experienced the realities of career they are being asked to choose. Yet, we are told now is the time to make the biggest decisions of our lives. It's like asking someone to choose their destination before they even started the fucking journey. And the pressure doesn't come from schools, it comes from everywhere. From the parents who want the best for their children, from the relatives who want future plans for family gathering. It comes from teachers who encourage us to think ahead. And increasingly it comes from social media. Everything is just thrown at a kid. Everything is just thrown at a kid. And increasingly it comes from social media. Every day we open our phones and see stories of teenagers achieving extraordinary things. A 17-year-old entrepreneur, a student accepted into a prestigious university, someone launching a startup, someone making thousands of dollars online, someone who already seems to have their entire life planned out. After seeing enough of these stories, it's easy to start believing that everyone knows exactly where you are except you. But that's not true. That's not true at all. What social media often doesn't show us is the uncertainty. It does not show us the confusion. It does not show us the moments where people question their decisions, doubt themselves, and change their minds. It does not show us any of that. It just shows us the silver lining. It just shows us the good part. It just shows us the silver spoon. But the truth is that very few people have everything figured out. In fact, many adults don't. Many people change careers multiple times throughout their lives. Some people discover passions in their 30s, even some in their 40s, and some even later. And there's nothing wrong with that. Life isn't a straight line, it's a process of learning, adapting, and growing. Yet, somewhere along the way, we have created that idea that success means a perfect plan from the very beginning. That ideas create fear. Not the fear of not working hard, fear of not fear of learning, but fear of making the wrong choice. Students ask themselves these questions like, what if I choose the wrong major? What if I disappoint my family and everything? These fears are very real. I also had those fears, but they are completely understandable. But because you're told that every decision you make will determine your future, every choice begins to feel enormous. एकदमै ठुलो फिल हुँदै जान्छ कि सब कुराहरू यसले यो भनेछ त्यसले त्यो भनेछ everything. Like most successful people didn't get where they are because they had a perfect plan at 17. They got there because they kept learning, they adapted, they took opportunities, they made mistakes, they changed direction where necessary, and most importantly, they kept on moving forward even when they didn't have answers. I think that's something we don't talk about enough. We celebrate certainty, we rarely celebrate exploration. We admire the people who know exactly what they want, but we forget that the curiosity, experimentation, and growth are just valuable. Because sometimes you discover that what you love by first discovering what you don't love. Sometimes the wrong path teaches you more than the right one. Sometimes the best opportunities found in plans are never expected to make. So what should we expect from young people? Should we expect them to have every detail of the future mapped out? I don't quite think so. Instead, we should encourage them to stay curious, to try new things, to develop skills, to learn from experience, to be willing to change their mind, and most importantly, to understand that uncertainty is fine. Not knowing exactly where you're going doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're still growing, and the growth is something, it does not start at 17. It's something that continues through life. So if you're someone who is feeling anxious because you don't have everything figured out, remember this: you're not alone. It's okay to not have everything planned out. It's okay to take things slow, and it's totally okay to enjoy. Thank you so much. That's it for the vlog.